when we think about the spirit, we can call spirit any number of things. We can call it the quantum field. We can call it God. We can call it the unified field. There's many names for it, but it's this, think about the space in the universe, and we think about that as empty. Well, it's not empty. It's actually full of information. And right now in the room that we're sitting in, if we could see all the radio waves and Wi-Fi signals and cell phone signals, I wouldn't even be able to see my hand in front of my face. Even though I can't perceive it, that's all information. If I was a radio, I could tune into any number of things that are going on in this room right now. So that's spirit. There's all this information, and this influences us in a very profound way. Now, my personal connection to this thing comes through my nervous system. And we talk about our nervous system is all electricity. So every time you have a nervous impulse, it's a little electrical charge, and electricity creates a field. So sometimes people may have had the experience of driving underneath a high voltage power line and getting static on the radio. It doesn't happen anymore in the digital age, but people may know that people that live underneath those things can get sick faster than people that don't. And what's happening, electricity goes down a line, it creates a field, and that field affects everything in the field. Well, your spinal column is kind of like all those nerves are in the spinal column. It's creating this field around the body. That field serves as like an antenna to this greater field. And it also serves as an antenna to other people's field. And many of us have had experiences of, I get on the subway and I'm standing next to somebody and it doesn't feel so good, so I move a little away. I didn't perceive that with my five senses. I didn't say, oh, well, this person doesn't smell so good, or they don't look so good, or they don't taste so good, or they're making a noise. I'm picking up some information. And I either move away, or I might pick up information, wow, this is really, I wouldn't want to be friends with this person, so I'll talk to them. And this happens through this extension of our nervous system. And this thing, when it is functioning optimally, I take in clean, fresh, renewed energy, renewed information. My body takes information from the greater field, and it translates it into health for me. So if somehow there's something that's compromised in my nervous system, it will affect the way that this information gets translated in, and I will physically feel it. And that contributes to addiction and depression and anxiety. It's interesting, in my journey through treatment of 20 years, and I've tried everything under the sun. I've been in every kind of treatment, you name it, I've done it. And it wasn't until energy medicine, which interfaces with the nervous system, that I could get well. So the energetics of your body, if we don't change our energy, we're not going to have a sustainable change. Or said another way, because energy is one of these words that can sometimes sound very lawfully or woo-woo or whatever, but actually your energy system of your body is the most important system of the body. And even Einstein, who was a pretty smart guy, said that the field is the governing agency of the particle, meaning that this greater field influences me more than I do. Einstein said that. The field is the governing agency of the particle. And if we look at the field of epigenetics, what they're saying is, hey, the cells, our genes are influenced by their environment more than internally. So, wow, that's really important. So is our nervous system. And we do that through energy medicine. And when we repair that, when we repair our field, it's amazing how people can heal differently, how they can grow differently, how, 30 years of addiction, and I don't even think about it anymore. And that happened through changing my nervous system. And that happens to be the foundation of what goes on around here. So when we think about, the body, the mind, the soul, and the spirit, and we start to do things to interface with each of those in a very organized and structured way, we can create change that is so much more rapid and so much more sustainable and so much more robust. That's why people come here, and in 30 days, they go through some stuff that would take them substantially longer in therapy, because we're hitting all of these areas simultaneously in a very integrated way to help facilitate this change. So every single day, we're doing processes that interact with the body, that interact with the mind, that help to repair the soul and repair the nervous system. And when we do that day after day after day, change happens, and it's change that we are able to sustain.